Welcome to science class, children. So today we will be dealing with the chapter coal and petroleum. Okay. So let us understand what are natural resources first. Natural resources are the resources we get from nature like air, water, sunlight, soil, minerals, forests, wildlife, etc. And natural resources can be of two types: inexhaustible resources and exhaustible resources. Inexhaustible natural resources are unlimited. Okay, those are those resources which are unlimited. Example, sunlight, air, soil, etc. Now let us know what are exhaustible resources. Now these are limited: coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. So here you are able to see coal. This is the photo of petrol, and these are the various minerals that are there. Clear? Now let us understand what is coal. Coal was formed by the burial of forests under the soil due to earthquakes, landslides and flooding. So as soil deposited over them, they were pushed deeper into the soil and got compressed. And the temperature there is very high. So due to the high temperature in the deeper strata of the earth, what happened is there was high pressure and there was no air. So these dead plants got slowly converted into coal after millions of years. So here you are able to see how mining is done. Coal is taken from the coal mines. So the slow process of conversion of dead plants into coal is called as carbonization. Okay. And coal is a black solid substance and obtained from mines. And in Telangana we have the Singareni mines. Okay. Now let us understand what are the useful products that we get from coal. The main products obtained by the processing of coal are coke, coal tar and coal gas. Now what is coke? Coke is a tough, porous and black substance. So the first picture is coke. Okay. So it is usually, it's almost the pure form of carbon, and it is used in the manufacturing of steel and in the extraction of many metals. Now here you are able to see the second picture is coal tar, is a black thick liquid with an unpleasant smell, and you must have seen the coal tar being used while laying the tar roads, isn't it? So that time tar also is having an unpleasant smell. So we are not comfortable with that, isn't it? So apart from that, tar coal tar is used in the manufacture of dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastics, naphthalene, balls, roofing materials, etc. Okay. The next one is coal gas. The third picture here, coal gas. Okay. It is used as a fuel in industries. It was used for street lighting earlier. Fuel means what? That which gives energy. You burn something and if it gives energy, that liquid is called, or that gas is called as fuel. Okay. Now, let us move on to petroleum. The petroleum was formed from organisms living in the sea. So what is the difference between coal and petroleum? Coal is formed on the land from the dead plants, whereas petroleum is formed beneath the sea because of the dead sea organisms. Okay, so dead animals rather. So as these organisms died, their bodies got settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered by layers of sand and clay. And similarly, just like how coal was formed, even petroleum was formed. Then due to the high temperature, pressure and absence of air, the dead organism slowly got converted into petroleum and natural gas after millions of years. Okay. So coal is formed on the land, petroleum and natural gas are formed beneath the sea. So here you are finding an oil rig actually, how petroleum is taken from the sea. You can see here, children. Now next. Very important information for you. So you know that petrol is used as a fuel in vehicles, isn't it? Now this petrol and petroleum are different. In fact, petrol you get from petroleum. Petroleum is a mixture of several things. So once you start separating out all those components of petroleum, petrol is one such component obtained from petroleum. Clear? Now, what is refining? So, I told you petroleum is a mixture of several substances, isn't it? Now, how to separate these substances then? You separate them based on their boiling points. So, the least boiling point, when you start burning something, by burning petroleum, at 20 degrees centigrade, you get petroleum gas. So, what all petroleum gas is there, it is gone away, and this petroleum gas is collected from this outlet and it is separated, isn't it? Now, next at 150 degrees centigrade, you get gasoline. 200 degrees centigrade, you get kerosene. 300 degrees centigrade, you get diesel. 370 degrees centigrade, okay, you get uh, industrial oil, isn't it? And 400 degrees centigrade, you get lubricating oil, paraffin wax, all these, isn't it? So like this, based on the boiling point, these are separated. And what are the uses of these? And a petroleum gas in a liquid form is called liquefied petroleum gas, which is LPG. Okay, so our cylinders in the house, your mom is cooking in the kitchen and the gas cylinder is consisting of LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, isn't it? Now next is petrol. Now you know that petrol is a fuel in two-wheelers, three-wheelers, all these, four-wheelers, all these, isn't it? Apart from that, petroleum is a solvent for dry cleaning. So dry washing jo karte hai na, they use petrol there, okay? And aviation fuel also. Now next is kerosene. Kerosene was used previously, before cylinders were used, kerosene was used in stoves for cooking and all. Apart from that, kerosene lamps abhi bhi use karte hain, and kerosene is a fuel for jet aircrafts, all these. Now next is diesel. Diesel is a fuel for heavy motors. For lorries and all, you see they use diesel. Okay. Electric generators also, diesel is a fuel. Now lubricating oil for lubrication. We'll come to this lubrication and all in friction chapter. To reduce friction, oil is used, and that is a lubricating oil. Next is paraffin wax. Ointments, candles, Vaseline, isme paraffin wax is used. Bitumen. Bitumen is used in road surfacing and also paint. So all these substances you get by boiling petroleum, and this method of how you separate components of petroleum and purify it is called refining of petroleum. Clear? Next, let us learn about natural gas. Okay. So what is natural gas? Natural gas is easy to transport through pipes, as I told you. Petroleum and natural gas both are formed beneath the sea. So what is the advantage of natural gas? Natural gas is easy to transport through pipes. So it is stored under high pressure, and then it is called as CNG, compressed natural gas. It is one of the fuel in homes, industries, transport vehicles, all these. And CNG is a clean fuel. Clean fuel means what? You must have observed that some of the vehicles, while they are going on the road, they emit black soot, isn't it? So if CNG is there, this black soot, what is black soot? Dust, that is smoke is coming out with black particles, isn't it? What is that? That is nothing but carbon, unburnt carbon is coming out. So if you use CNG is going to use the complete fuel is used to generate the energy. So there is no unburnt carbon there. So you don't get the soot and all. So pollution will not be there if CNG is used. Okay. So, children, take this work for your basic understanding. Uh, can you differentiate exhaustible and inexhaustible resources? Okay, try to differentiate. What is the use of coal tar and coke? What is okay? How is petroleum purified? What is the advantage of CNG? What is the full form of LPG and CNG? Revise the basic concepts of this chapter, and we will definitely meet in the next session. Okay, until then, bye bye.